Well, shit. There's a bug going round. And it's no joke. A friend of mine lost his best mate earlier this week. But aside from the very obvious personal pain, it's gutting for paramotorists. And I've said it before, but I hadn't really done a lot of flying for the last 6 months. I'd done the
Icarus, ran for 40, pretty flown out, then my wing went away for a couple of months or whatever. That came back, the weather started turning. It's been a very windy winter, very wet as well. Even when it was flyable, the fields were wet. Chances were few and far between. Then we had 3 storms, big storms, one after another, over about a month. People died, it's pretty crap. And then it was still windy and wet, and then it started to dry out, and the sun started to come out. And then this bug hit. Global pandemic. And now we're all locked down.
And that's about that. So, paramotorists all over the UK, shut in their houses, looking out at flyable weather, dry fields. It makes your heart ache. I think we're just coming to the end of the second week of lockdown in the UK now. Lockdown! Words usually reserved for things that happen in America involving guns. But here we are. Some people are still flying. Think what you will about those guys. And I was set to fly Monday before last. It was already getting dodgy. Already there was some moral outrage appearing online. And I thought, screw it, this is the last chance I'm going to get. That Wednesday looked flyable, so I made plans on Monday to fly with a friend on Wednesday in a sort of more barren area of the UK. Not that there is such a thing really, but... And then that night, the Monday night, the rules changed significantly and tightened up a bit. And that was it for me. It's like, I'm happy to wait. I'm a fan of delayed gratification. And I know that when this does blow over and restrictions start to lift, that those fields, baked hard in the sun, are going to be full. The skies will be cloudy with paramotorists and every other GA. Take care. This is not a lot of traffic. Yeah, I've already explained to the family that the minute I can, I'm just going to be gone from sunrise to sunset. If I'm not in the air, I'm going to be on a field laughing and joking with fellow paramotorists. So what else has been happening since I was last on? I went to the Boar, the Paramotor Club spring boar chasers. That was pretty cool. And when I arrived there, basically it was a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, always is. And the Friday was the only day that was going to be flyable, which everyone knew going in. I have taken the path less travelled here. Let's get back over there. So I arrived at Friday lunchtime. We knew it was only flyable on the Friday, but we were all craving human attention, I think, at that point. And when I got there, a few were up. It was nice, they'd been up since the morning. Someone who shall remain nameless, Paul Page, was foot dragging a sandbar, and he went down. Then he had to wade to another sandbank that was big enough to take off from. Got everything wet, soaking wet pride. Took him a couple of hours to get off. That was funny. The old river lifeboat people were on the scene. But he got off, and the sandbar is now Page Island, and so it shall be named. This is why I don't foot drag. Flying and touching the ground at the same time, that's where, for me, certainly, accidents would happen. Maybe it's something I'll work up to, but I haven't got hard on for it. And we knew Saturday wasn't flyable, which I think is partly the reason why Friday night got a bit out of hand. But it was a bloody good laugh. And then I think we might have had some rain over the Friday night. The field, which was already wet, was wetter the next morning. People were already struggling to move their vehicles, so I think pretty much they called it and everyone left then, but it was worth the trip. I was going to fly, I got all set up ready to fly, but my engine was running, my tick over was really high. So a friend Andy, a mechanic, looked at it and he said there's unmetered air getting into it. And it turned out that another bit of rubber that I'd failed to pay any attention to had finally perished. That would be the vacuum tube from the inlet to the fuel pump, just a pulse on that 4-stroke keeps the fuel pump working. Maybe it's the same on a 2-stroke, I've no idea. Where was I? Oh yeah. So I'll replace that little tube with a new bit of tube and replace my exhaust can, which was knackered. It's aluminium. Rivets in there are just, with all the vibration over time, slowly tearing the rivets. So I got another one off a good friend Rab. One that he custom made an end cap for, a stainless steel I think, so that should be fine. Got a few other things to do. Got another harness, so I need to replace my harness. I don't know what's involved with that. I'm pretty much just going to measure stuff and make sure the new one's got the same length of stuff, like links between the frame and the harness. I don't know, I'll do a bit of reading up on that. Oh yeah, I received a welfare package from the good people at Parajet. Thank you to you guys for that. Let's I'll show you. I hate doing this. I hate talking to the camera. Thank you to Ben and the guys down at Parajet. I got this lovely big box, and I think these are products that are available in their shop. First up is this Paramotor sock. It is slinky, soft lycra spandex, like an 80s metal star. Fits over your frame. Little drawstrings down the bottom. Clips, not drawstrings, clips. Elasticated. It's nice, but my Paramotor has got a like a one-off larger than average frame. So this, I've put it on and it just stretches it. It doesn't fit properly. If you've got a sort of regular size Paramotor hoop like a Mav or any of those, this will fit perfectly. So I'm going to give this to somebody who might want it. If you do want it, leave your name in the comments below. I'll pick a random one next video. You know, it could be 6 months. And then I'll get this sent out to a random commenter. Wing bag. Usual wing bag, a couple of nice touches. It does feel really hard wearing. Handles. I better move this. It's got a 3-way buckle on here, if you can see, and the middle of the buckle is your riser bag. So the riser bag actually clips in as part of the fastening buckle, and then the drawstring, this is quite neat, runs through a metal eye in the handle. That, I don't know if you can see my ozone bag over there. I really love that for down the field. The wing just drops in it, it all folds up and disappears. This I think I'm going to keep in the underside of my new harness as a land out, emergency land out bag. But yeah, that is a nice quality wing bag. In a world where some wing bags are not created equal, everybody needs one, everybody needs two. Windsock. I'm going to put this on my pole just above or below my current windsock and have a look at the difference in the reading, because this is obviously heavier. So working out wind strengths, I mean, it's all good quality stuff. Look at that, that's not a cheap one. I don't think these are in the shop, but these are going to come in useful for explaining to you what went wrong when Giles finally gets the chance to teach me how to do wing overs. Might put some coat hanger wire in there. And the other thing, I love this, is this awesome boot bag. Great bit of kit. Hold on. Hello mate. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Another thing is this awesome helmet bag. Alright, it's a good bit of kit. My helmet just is in a cloth sock, the one that came with the helmet, so this is definitely going to get used. Chunky handles, chunky buckles, pockets inside for gloves, goggles, glasses, or millions of GoPros. There's also a zip-up portion on the bottom, which I believe is to take your windsock. Like so. So yeah, loving that, and that's going to be a regular on the field with me. If only to keep everything together, instead of all just stuffed inside my helmet, cameras and stuff. So those are those. They are available on Parajet's shop on their website. Link here. I've checked it out. They did send it to me, and thank you to Parajet for those. It's all good quality stuff. It's good quality stuff, and I didn't even know these things were on their website, but I'd have definitely been interested in one of these if I'd known. So that's awesome. If you're interested in the Slinky Lycra sock, leave a comment below and I will get that sorted next video. And that's about all there is for now. Sorry there's not a lot of content, but there's not a lot going on. I tried to do a video a week. In fact, I did do a video a week for my first year and a bit, but I don't want to waste my time or yours just making content when there's nothing to report, as it were. Far better to spend your time watching people who can still make content, those that can still fly at the moment, etc. So before I sign off, just say a big thanks to Fat Paramotor guy Sean, who is currently NHS frontline, and thanks to him and everyone else out there, in fact anyone who puts their own life in danger to help other people. So with that said, I'll see you as soon as I've got something to say. Have a good and stay safe. Wash your hands, you dirty buggers.